Hello everyone, viewers, and the March Madness just ended with the Colorado Cougars winning the tournament. A player that stood out from the roster being Bob Brown, and the tournament averaging 2 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists, which is considerably better than our last build. Anyways, with the 14th pick, the Vancouver Wolves select Bob Brown. So yeah, in this video, I'll just be showcasing the build and the strategies and its pros and cons. Yeah, it's an actual video this time and not a mess. So without further ado, let's begin. So as of recording this video, Bob is a 70 overall and is a playmaking defender build. And he is pretty lazy. Yeah, this build is meant for you to do the bare minimum of work. The only work you have to do is play defense and let the others work on the offense. Bob does have a decent jump shot and is able to hit open mid-ranges when he has a chance, but the ability that sets him apart is his defense. Also guys, we're not going to be playing with people talking to us. We're going to focus on our defensive game, and with people talking everywhere, that distracts us. Wow. So it's going to be a bit silent. Alright, so in this game, we are the yellow team, and this is a team that you mostly want for your playthrough. You have a couple of shooters to work on the offense, and a center to rebound and punish the opponent for this plan that I'll be showing you later. As for our opponent, our job is to guard the team's best player, and usually I guard the one with the most wins, that being slashing. And starting off, we did a good job scoring our first points. So essentially, your plan for offense is to really just sit in the corner, forcing your opponent to guard you outside of the paint. This opens up your teammate to drive into the paint, and if your opponent decides to guard the person driving into the paint, your teammate could just pass the ball to you to shoot an open midi. So our first defensive encounter with Slash did alright, as he eventually passed the ball once our center got in, which is a good thing. If your opponent passes the ball while you're defending him, you're doing your job correctly. Our team kind of slumped a bit, leaving known shooters open, severely punishing us, but we were able to pull through, making shots up until the end of the second quarter. Our opponent was hitting shots and Bob was losing stamina when defending his opponent, leading to easy lays. I guess the song that was playing in the background fit perfectly. Also, don't use your stamina too much when you're defending, as it does severely punish you when you're low. So after halftime, I decided to switch to defending Connie, as he was hitting threes and we don't want that. And overall, it did work. There were some instances where he would hit shots while being defended by me, and that's okay. You're not going to be a perfect defender every time. Some shots are just going to hit. What matters the most is that you keep defending. Soon, near the end of the third quarter, it became a back and forth between the two teams, with it being a tied game or a 2-point game. During the fourth quarter is when steam really picks up, as our teammates was hitting shots and I got crossed over defending Connie, which is very sad. But at the same time, he airballed his three, so it isn't too bad. With less than 3 minutes in the fourth quarter, one of our teammates left. Why? I don't know, maybe he had to go. But even with our loss, we still pulled through and played good defense, and we ended the game with a clutch contest, ending the game. I wonder what he's saying right now. Guess we'll never know. We ended the game with 2 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds, which is honestly the norm when it comes to this build. So I decided to participate in Junior's stream, and honestly, I got smoked. I don't know why I'm naked. Is this something I have to blur out? Well, anyways, unlike Rec where you're going up against the random people, these guys are also random, but experienced players. I can't be lazy. The entire team is on the line. My performance on this team is below average. I played good one-on-one defense on a couple of players, but there are some instances where people will just drive through me for an easy lay. Also, our team doesn't really like to stick to their people. Like, there are many times where we left open shooters open. Like, guys, we know he can shoot. Why are you double teaming?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you see the vision? You see the eyes I got?
Good shot, man.
Oh my gosh. Come on, we gotta make that.
I got
Yo, coach, why is he naked?
He forgot to get dressed.
What? What if I gotta do closing, bro?
Then I got benched for the rest of the match, understandably so, and we eventually lost, aka I left the game. Major shoutouts to Junior for the stream. Go check out his channel. He's definitely a better RB World channel than I am. Our second game started off pretty good with a true slasher and a true shooter, and our opponent had a 90 overall player. And try to guess who's guarding that guy. We started off the game doing pretty good. We played solid defense and we made our shots. When I mean we, I meant everyone else. I'm just here. Also, you probably noticed that I accidentally turned on chat visibility, and you guys see now why I turned it off in the first place. Like, man, this is toxic. This build also really struggles to defend against slashers and centers. I did my best defending Future and Joseph, but it's mostly my teammates doing the heavy lifting. I don't think I can handle them, so major props to them. Our true slasher V was the one doing the most of the scoring during the first and second quarter, and when he started to slow down, Tay Unique stepped in. Future was by far one of my toughest rec opponents to guard, as one, he's a 90 overall player, and second, he did state that he is a maxed out shooter, which means if he gets at least 4 pixels of space, he can knock down a shot. Also, the diamond ability did come in handy when I grabbed the rebound and passed it to Unique, leading to an open 3. This is why it's important to have good teammates, because if you're going up against someone like Future and you don't have any shooters, you're kind of screwed. I would attempt to shoot a bucket, which I proceeded to miss as usual, only to follow up with an illegal screen. That's nice. Soon our teammate will leave after stealing an inbound pass and missing a mid-range shot. Why? Why will you leave after a miss like that? Everyone misses. Like, I miss every single time. Check out my flash build. Even though our teammate left, we still pulled through with the power of friendship and scored a bunch of points despite being a 4v5. I still have no clue why Future didn't just drive through everyone for a lay. That could have been the saving grace for our opponents. But hey, they would soon forfeit after 2 of their teammates left, and we would be heading to victory. We will end the game with 3 assists and 7 rebounds. Wow, that's a lot of rebounds.
Bob.
Well, I'm going to end it off here. The Bob Brown build is a build that requires good defensive effort and hustle. It is also a build that is heavily favored if you have good teammates. Offensively, you're more just there doing the other things. Bob Brown would have a nice career with the Wolves, being a solid defender. Well, that is all for this video. What are your thoughts on the Bob Brown build, and do you think it's lazy? Let me know in the comments below. We went from Flash Grayson to Bob Brown. Boy, man, what a jump. Well, that's all I have to say. If you want to see more RB World builds, just like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.
Bob.